Morning, YouTubers. Benzo here. Back down on the creek. Gotta find a little gold today. I had a couple plans, but this is a backup plan. This is a spot I've been wanting to get back into. I hadn't been in this physical. I walk by it all the time, but I hadn't stopped here and poked around in a few years. So I'm here today. And it looks like a lot of people still been poking around here. It's a big feature in the creek system, and I bet there's been ounces of gold pulled out of here over the years. But hopefully I can get a little bit to show in the pan today. So things have changed since I've been here, and there's been a lot of working. So I'm going to show you around, and then I'm going to start thinking about where I'm going to try to test. Now you can test where other people have been digging, but you can also test new places. Let's take a look. All right, under the shadow of this mountain here, it's going to warm up. We got a big snake feature, and so the creek doubles back and goes back that way. And I've done extensive testing through that stretch on the other side, and there's not much gold. I'm thinking it's just getting pushed. You can see lots of evidence of digging on the other side, on the tips, close to the edge, ends. You can see somebody's got a nice little sluice area put up here. You can see a cut through there. Lots of tailings. So lots of evidence that work's been done here, but then again, this place replenishes. So I'm going to give it a go today and see if I can find some gold. So I just did a bit of walkabout through here and looking at places where people have been digging and places where people haven't been digging. And through past experience, I said, well, there's something. There's something. Let's take a turn, a shovel turn, and see what it looks like. Test pan number one after the bucket. Got a nice flecky piece of gold. Is that a fluke? We'll have to find out. Gotta keep your eyes open, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa! Whoa! Wow! That's a good one. Oh wow, yeah. Look at that. Water crystals, sweet. Still just test panning. Had that one nice fleck, and then a few pans. Just that spot didn't really pan out. It's cold water, but I'll tell you what, I'm finding some little pieces every now and then. Nothing what I would call a deposit or a good streak or nothing to work yet, but I'm gonna keep testing. Found that really nice crystal, probably one of the best I ever found out here, as in for the biggest chunk of perfect clear quartz. All right, gold. All right, what color? Sometimes we play the color game, and that's when you guess what color glass I just found in the creek. You know what color glass comes in, so you got a few seconds to guess which color, and time's up. Today it's a hiney, a whole neck, hiney neck. Cool. All right, that's coming out of the creek. That could hurt somebody. Snack time. So I got back here to where my stuff is. I'm going to have a little snack and then regroup and think about where I'm going next. Today's been more about prospecting for gold than getting gold. But I saw some flecky little pieces. So hopefully I can find some more of those little flecky pieces. And I guess my treasure of the day is that crystal. Yeah, so let's get back at it. Well, let's sit down here a second. Break's over. Sun's out. I'm shedding skins right now, but I've walked downstream, try to take a look at some places maybe I want to look at, and I found another crystal. Got nice faces on it. No termination, but some crystal faces. Pretty cool. So I'm shedding skin, getting hot. I got a list of places I want to check out, so let's go check them out. See if shake a pan. Update. That's a big old piece of lead right there. A few pans in on the further. Let's see those little pieces what I've been finding, but look at that, a couple bigger pieces and some clear quartz and some more. So that was the first test pan. It was about a half pan from a potentially good area. That was a big bird. Did you see that shadow? Okay, so something to think about. let's check a couple more spots. Next pan, and okay, that's not so bad. Maybe I need to go, let's back it up a little bit, back it up. Hey, checking it, working hard. Come to the conclusion out here. I can't figure it out. That's the conclusion. Conclusion is this little spot has been hit so hard because it's so good. You gotta really try to find a skunk out here, and if you do, you can swirl it and tap it, probably get a little piece of dust. So I've been testing down through here. When you think as soon as I think I find a trend, I'm wrong. It shows me different. I continue, and it's just all over the place. So I got a crazy pan in front of me, and I've come up with a decision here. If this pan is really good, it changes my day. If not, I decided just to bring a bucket down here and get in these cobbles. It's going to be hard going with these cobbles like that, but not much material is what I'm saying. I'll go through 10 buckets of material to get one bucket. But hey, I found a little flaky piece of gold, and maybe I'll find more. Got to do a little bit more gold searching today. But let's take a look at this pan. This is different. I had a little pocket of deteriorated bedrock, and I pulled it up. And sometimes this stuff is really good. Sometimes it's nothing at all. Well, we'll find out. Looks good though. Yep, keeping me guessing, giving me just enough to be like, well, is that enough to change my direction? And no, I'm not. I'm gonna remember where this is and what that is. That's my best pan of the day, yeah. But for what it entails, no. Could it get better? Yeah. I don't know. I need to come back with a couple different pieces of equipment to hit that. But I know where it is and I know what I need. So there you go. Now, if I had popped 2 or 3 big flakes out of there, nice flakes or something, would I have just done it anyway and made the best? Yeah, I would have. Bugs already. Already seen a snake. Crazy. So I'm just going to sit here a second. There's a lot of pans on this old back today. Of course, it's getting smoky. I smelled it about an hour ago. Must be doing a controlled burn somewhere. I hope I'm not in any trouble where I'm at. It's pretty close. But I don't see any flames yet, so I'm good. So what I'm going to do is sit here and reflect back on all the pans today. Probably 18 pans a day. Some full of clay and some take a long time. That breeze is kicking up now, really moving that smoke through. You can probably see how hazy it is in the background behind me. It's coming from the other way though. So, run out of time. I'm just going to reflect for just a moment on my backrest and think about all the pans I had to do today and try to come up with the best scenario for a couple bucket runs and see what I come up with. So, that's the plan. Video update. I did a slight run upstream a little bit. I forgot to record it. It was okay. Wasn't a whole lot I could get out of that area, but it was a little more gold. So I decided to come down here and do a punch test. I got the sluice set up. It's running pretty good. So what I do on a punch test in a situation like this on a rocky impact is I take how many shovel scoops it takes, 10, 15, 20. And I just run that through the sluice. Run it through the sluice. And when I get down to where the material starts to change, or when I think it's deep enough or past the overburden, I do a test pan. And then I clean out the sluice. And I get a comparison of what the lower material versus the higher material is. Of course, a lot more went through the sluice. But we also get to see a comparison between the upper levels and the lower. So I'll check in a little bit when I get this test a little closer to done. Alright, from that deep, been putting the overburden through here. It's very rocky, red, muddy, center stream. rocking. Here's the deep pan, and yeah. I'm going to shake this a little bit better and clean it up and see what we really got. Okay, now that's the pan from a little bit deeper, and I like it. I like it a lot. I see 3 or 4 bigger pieces of gold, which that's all I need. And all the bonuses, they're bonuses. So now I'm going to clean out the sluice and see what the first 12, 14 inches holds. Now we know a little bit deeper here is good, which is strange because it's just strange. The way that things have been trending out today, it's just surprising. Tell me when you can see it. Oh. Yeah, zoom, zoom. I hit some pieces in the run. That's the big piece of the day for sure. That's awesome. So I've been just snuffing up a lot of the black sands with the gold. I'll deal with it later. So that's really good news. Layers on, layers off. It's all about the sun. So check this out. Second scenario, same hole. What I did was continue to punch down. So I did the same scenario, what, 10 to 15 scoops through there. But when I started getting towards the bottom, every time I had a clay on my shovel, I sloughed it off into here. So now this is going to be a serious pan, and we're going to get to see the next 2 pans real quick. Same scenario. I'm going to do the pan first and then the sluice box and see what we get. Now there's the classifier right there. See all the clay balls? I didn't even break the clay down, but most of what's left I think is just clay. I think I got all the grit off of it. I might work it a few more seconds and pan what comes off of it, just because of what happened in the pan here. It's pretty nice. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Best pan of the day, by far. So I'm gonna work that clay just a touch more. Well, that's good to know. I got partial way through the clay again, not all the way through. And here's the pan. As you can see, let's back up. It produces a lot of white sand, which you don't really get out here unless you're just breaking down clay. But I'm not even. Is that a super micro? I don't. Yeah, there's a couple little bits, but I'm just gonna throw that in the con bucket. Cause nah, I'm glad I didn't waste too much time on that. So now I know. All right, here's that run. It's like a little crystally piece of quartz there. What in the world is that? Some massive lead in there. But I'm starting to see gold. I'm starting to see a good amount of gold. Now, that's what's making me happy right now. I'll tell you what, all that gold. Ooh. I might have a day yet. Oh man, I was about ready to go before all this started happening. And I might just live here. Rinse and repeat. I think that's a pretty good scenario where I keep the thicker clay that just won't go through the sluice immediately off to the side, and I run the looser material. And when the pan's full, the sluice box is full, it only takes, you know, about 20 good scoops, and I got some good cons. So I might even just throw some cons in the bucket without even looking at them to beef it up a little bit, save some time, because cleaning those up and recording it is a little good chunk of time out here. I want to get as much as I can today. Today is probably going to be the best day of the year so far. I haven't had a day really break 0.1. Maybe I had 0.12 once. I ain't sure. But not a lot of gold yet this year. It's been slow. I've been going out quite a bit, and I've been going out and not recording as well. I do that. Trying to find new spots and do a little prospecting. So this is looking up. Checking in. You missed one cleanup because I had a mishap, and I just went ahead and cleaned it out. And there was some gold in it, but not this much. Ooh. That's looking good. Real good. Saving the day. I reckon that's about it for the day. Here's the last test pan. Seeing if things are going to continue. And there's a nice sliver. What's that weird rock? I don't know. But there's a nice sliver. I got one clean out. Let's hope it's a good one, because this is the last one. And we got a snuffer dump on the way. All right, hey, the last run here is looking really good. I might have put a little bit more material in that last run and some deeper material. That's looking really good. I'm working on filling in my area. I'm gonna snuff this up. I'd like to thank everybody again for hanging out with me today on this little trip. And you saw I wasn't getting much gold, and I was checking all the usual spots. Well, everybody had. This place is smashed. Even though this is a very smashed area, I stayed with it all day. I didn't give up and take off somewhere else. I just stayed at it and thought about it and tested and tested and tested and tried. I finally found an area that was pumping out more than one dot a pan, and I worked it hard. Well, it's running me out now. It's getting dark quick. So let's take a look. Now that's more like it. So this is probably definitely my best run of the year, but that ain't looking like that much. Maybe 0.15. It can be deceiving sometimes. I got a bucket of cons. I know there's gold in there too, but just not so much. Not this much, that's for sure. Just some cons. I'm gonna be saving those up, and when the bucket's full, I'll classify it out and run it there in the shack one night. So that water crystal I am going to polish over at Jim's one day. Make sure you check out those videos. I usually use those as comment videos if y'all haven't figured that part out yet. The rock videos. I keep them short. Now I'm going to do a lot more shorter videos, and I'll have some longer videos like this, some adventures coming out from time to time. But you find me every Wednesday night live at the Bonanza Shack doing some cool stuff. Usually panning some gold, selling some gold, raffling some gold. It's usually all about gold and community. You never know who you'll see over there. We got a good panel. It changes from time to time. Good times every Wednesday night. So until next time, get in the creek and get that gold.